Oneyplays! With friends.
My dog can be smart sometimes, but she's stubborn. You'll be like, hey, speak, and she'll go,
I don't feel like it today.
but that's not speak. That's wrong. Shaman's relic.
Sure, she learned the language, but that's not what I told her to do.
Sammy,
Supposed to set the table.
square root of 40. No, no!
Can't we just do basic division instead?
Do you like when the Simpson animals, they go,
I do. I also like when they run down the street because of the elephant.
and they peek back up for a second.
Yeah, it's cute. The Simpsons was so good. Why did they ruin it?
I feel like you don't even have to say that. I feel like you don't have to say was so good. I feel like you can just say The Simpsons was good because no human being is going to think of anything beyond the window where it was good.
Really? I find it very hard not to.
You think so? Anytime someone brings up The Simpsons, I just naturally assume they're talking about the old seasons, typically.
Well, no, like when they're talking about it, yeah, but it's hard to separate how bad it got.
Oh no, it's easy to remember that, but I feel like anyone who's ever going to have a discussion about it, you don't even have to really make like a statement. I think most people would assume you're talking about it.
I feel like it wasn't even gradual. Like it got bad really quickly.
Yeah, no, it did. It was pretty sudden.
I think I've said it before, but the episode I remember it getting super bad was when Marge starts her pretzel stand.
It was like season 10, season 11, I think, when it was really like noticeable that it just completely dropped in quality. Season 9 was already getting
Lisa
there.
Goes Gaga was specifically the one where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this show anymore.
That was
I
much
stopped
later
watching
on, but
way earlier than that, but that was when I was literally like, wow, that is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I think I stopped at season 11 or season 12 with like a few occurrences of me watching it again, but yeah, I saw Lisa Goes Gaga, and that was when I decided, like, okay, I don't think I need to actively follow this.
I mean, that's the
again.
distinction that I would make, is that it's one thing to be like, okay, Simpsons episodes are generally not as good as they used to be. Like, you could sort of feel that.
Yeah.
But then the point where you're just like, okay, I'm not even gonna bother trying to watch these anymore.
Yeah, it just hurts. It just makes you mad.
The show feels like all it's trying to do at this point is set as many records as it can before the show gets canceled. They need to have the most destinations visited in an animated sitcom. They need to have the longest length for an animated sitcom. It just feels like that's the only reason it's still here anymore. I don't know. It's weird.
I love The Simpsons too.
What is an episode that you very dearly love of The Simpsons?
Oh God, there's a lot. I really like from season 4 up through season 6. That's my golden period.
It was very funny during that period.
I like all of them. They're all great.
I know you don't like season 1.
It creeps me out.
I like it. I would say it's a pretty...
I would say season 1 is a bit shaky. I like it for the reason that it's like, it's very clear in its characters and its intent. But it's a little bit boring to watch season 1. I think season 2 is probably... Season 2 and 3 are my personal ideal, because it's still like, okay, dysfunctional family being like genuine.
Yeah.
I would say half the episodes in season 1 you could at least be like entertained by.
Yeah.
Some of them are
But then
a little harder.
there's like the camping episode. There's like
the camping one is the one I can't actually watch sometimes because there's not anything that happens.
That's another one that used to bore me from season 1.
Nice try. You're coming too.
I can't remember. It's been a really long time.
I'd say the camping one's probably the weakest of season 1. I like the one when they go to family therapy together.
That one is fun. I remember
That's a good one.
It's about their characters and their personalities and how they interact.
The babysitter bandit was fun. I liked when they went to Mr. Burns' party and Marge drank.
I do that. Remember, Marge used to have a
drive into
character
the
flaw.
sky at the end of it.
Everybody embarrassed Homer. That's a thing that doesn't happen. That was the only season where they could do that.
I do enjoy the later seasons where it was like not as much character driven and it was comedy and just silly cartoony things happening.
I like the one where Bart sees the guy, Joe Quimby's cousin, push the waiter.
That is a good one.
I love that one. Oh, look at these guys.
So was our premise for this one really just, I need to forget about this now? And it just ended?
I don't even know what you're talking about. So
the ghost is gone. The ghost is gone.
No, he's right there.
Oh, is he?
So the ghost of Scar is infecting the land.
Now and forever, Your Majesty.
Aw.
You know, if Mickey heard you say that, he'd be very disappointed.
I wish Sora would say that to me.
Your Majesty?
Yeah.
I forgot how much I like the Lion King, by the way.
Oh,
I
you're
like this guy.
right.
I like this guy a lot.
Oh,
He's a fun design.
oh no, that is
Oh.
disgusting.
Oh, you can only fight him with him.
Where are your stupid friends at?
This was not what I was expecting.
Whoa.
Oh my god!
Wow! Is there a monkey on his head?
There is.
Now that's my kind of a fight. Just put a monkey on their head and I'm down.
Fighting a big thing with fast movement like this seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this seems cool. Wow, you cut his head off.
Julian, more reason to be afraid of the
Oh,
lion
Jesus.
ghost.
How am I supposed to get up there?
Look at this guy.
I like that you have to climb up on top and it's just another land mass because it's so big.
I
This
feel like
big goofball was up here the whole time.
most games, like there's a few, like of course, like Shadow of the Colossus and Zelda and all that, but a lot of games don't make use of scale, like huge monsters and shit.
It's true. I feel like that should be easy because you just
Well-
scale up a model.
Remember how we talked about earlier how clumsy it is to climb on stuff in these games sometimes?
Yeah.
That's why people don't do it. You'd have to properly like set that up and everything too to be able to climb on it without being really finicky and awkward.
We should play Earth Defense Force sometime.
I really want to because those games look like so much fun to me and
Yeah.
I've never actually played one.
Me neither.
I've watched a lot of footage of it though. One of my friends was obsessed with the one and I was watching him kill giant ants and it looked like a lot of
Jesus.
fun.
It really does.
Fighting gigantic invading aliens with like goofy physics and special weapons and everything, that seems like a great idea for a game.
Yeah.
I'd love to get into that. Chris, did you have any flip phone games?
Flip phone
Fucking
games.
Christ.
Like those old cell phones, the ones that were not so smart.
Flip phone, like I never bought one. If that's what you mean, I always got
Okay.
the ones that came with the phone.
I had
Okay.
one for a couple years when I was in high school.
You said you had the Metal Slug.
I did.
one
I
that
had the little Metal Slug game
that
was
ran
on
at
it.
like 3 frames per second. You couldn't play it.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I had some like that. I think back to things like that. That's what I was talking about.
I remember
So-
the only game I ever wanted to get on the phone
I
was.
can't get to it.
I think it was called Final Fantasy
VII.
VII Before Crisis. It was a phone exclusive Final
Isn't
Fantasy
that
game.
where it's exploring the
Turks, yeah.
I remember seeing stuff for that one. I never actually got to see what the game was though.
I heard it wasn't good.
Where
Doesn't
are
I
they?
matter.
believe it. Crash of the Titans is a stupid game. But I do remember that there's like a flip phone version of it, and it
Really?
actually they redesigned him, and it wasn't a bad redesign.
Really?
And the pixel art in it wasn't that bad either. I was kind of surprised. The game doesn't look like it's any good, but it didn't look bad visually, at least.
That's my least favorite rendition of Crash ever.
Is that the one with the tribal tattoos?
Yeah, and his voice is. And he's the voice actor for Crash now. And I think he's the worst voice of him ever.
I don't hate the tribal tattoos themselves, but the shape of his body is fucking ugly.
I hate him.
the way that they shaped his face. I don't like looking at it.
So this
Yeah.
thing was pretending to be a ghost.
Oh, that's a cool heart. I like that.
Or was that actually Scar's heart?
I assumed it was Scar. I guess they don't really say, from what I recall.
Seems
Okay.
fine now.
I
What
would
a loser.
I would assume that was Scar, since a heart came out of it.
Or the courage of those who fought beside him.
Do you think your
Run.
quest will ever be over? I
No,
don't know. But I think
I don't know.
they'll
as
keep
long as
making
you
sequels
wait
forever.
with me, I'll have to keep fighting.
The struggle.
The final
never
game
ends.
is going to be really
That
meta. It's going to
is the
zoom
great
out and show
circle
the Square
of life.
employees feeding more memories into Sora's brain.
The secret to victory.
You just hear him whimpering, going, "No more, no more."
A Square Enix building level would be fun.
It would.
You have to fight all the employees.
I know. How about we make Sora's mother a nobody and his father a heartless?
No more. It is
What?
time.
Did Sora just say no more?
Continues.
Till we meet again, Your Majesty. I hope that's
I hope we never meet again.
It will be. So long.
Thank you, Big Pig.
You can be a big pig too.
Thank-
Oi!
Oi. Is Pride Rock gonna turn back to normal?
Are they gonna show me a logo?
Oh,
They did.
there you go. That's just beautiful.
And so Simba had lots of pride for
Oh,
his
no.
destroyed area.
Look at that.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Chris?
Yeesh.
I don't know.
It's no good. Did Rafiki draw those, or did you go into his cave to draw
Yeah,
those?
you vandalized his sacred wall.
That was very cruel. Ah!
Do not vandalize.
Was that more Little Mermaid?
Yep.
Ursula's dead. How much more is there?
I think it's the last one.
Why?